அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்று ஏப்ரல் 21ஆம் தேதி 2024 நாங்கள் மாஸ்கோ வந்திருக்கிறோம். மாஸ்கோ திரைப்பட விழாவில் பிரிக்ஸ் பிரிவில் கோடை இருள் திரைப்படம் இன்று முதல் திரையிடல் வாய்ப்பை பெறுகிறது. அது பன்னாட்டு முதல் திரையிடல். இந்த திரைப்படம் இருளர்களை முன்னிறுத்தி எடுக்கப்பட்ட படம், இருளர்களின் வாழ்வியலை முன்வைக்கும் படம். அதனால ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்குது. இருளர்களின் பிரதிநிதித்துவவாதிகளாக நம்ம வந்திருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம்.
Сегодня мы смотрим фильм «Летняя тьма», фильм из Индии, а точнее из Тамилнада, и рассказывает он о одном из интересных явлений, ну, скажем так, с этническую проблему ставит.
We're beginning the screening of the film The Darkness of Summer. It's an Indian film made in Tamil, and it tells about an interesting ethnographic phenomenon, the tribe of Irul. And the director of the film herself is going to tell us what she was working on. And the guest we have here is not only a cinematographer, not only a film director, but also a doctor, a poet, and an activist who made a great contribution to solving women's problems in the part of India where she lives. The state of Tamil Nadu, where people of that tribe live, about 200,000 of them. And well, this is an excellent opportunity to find out more about that.
I'm the director of the film Kodai REVATHI, and he is Srinivasan, the producer of the film and life partner and art partner. And Darkness of Summer, this darkness has multiple dimensions to its meanings. We have narrated an event of darkness in their life, so it has multiple dimensions to its title. And I have been working on these tribes for more than 20 years. I have made it a ritual to take this film across the world. It's like we represent this film and to bring the Irulas from the darkness to the light. I'm very proud to bring this film to Moscow because the spirit of cinema is very vibrant here. The city of cinema. We have grown up reading the literature and cinema of Russia very much. It's being like inside the literature and cinema. Happy being here. Thanks for bringing us here. Thanks for having the film here. It is like recognizing the Irula tribes very much.
After a very long time, let's say like that, ஒரு நார்மல் ஒரு ஃபிலிம் பார்த்த ஒரு நிம்மதி இருக்குது ரியலாகவே
எனக்கு. நாங்கள் அந்த சிவப்பி சொன்ன வார்த்தை எவ்வளோ பாம்புகள் எவ்வளோ மனுஷங்களுக்கு விட மேலே அது ஒன்றை வேணும்னே தொடாது அப்படின்னு சொன்ன வார்த்தைகளை நான் ரொம்ப பாதிச்சுது. இட் இஸ் a very realistic surrealism and இதுதான் வாழ்க்கை, உங்களோட வாழ்க்கை. அதை எடுத்து டிபிக்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி.
Very exotic at first, but then very deep, because it says so much about problems that we don't know, and maybe even some people in India do not know. So it was a great, great critical and at the same time romantic excursion into a very unusual material. So thank you so much, and everything that we saw in the film was so impressive in the best possible way, because where can you see all these things? And again, the meaning was great because it was about discrimination and but at the same time very romantic attitude towards the material. This is my opinion, because as my friend said, when the film becomes public, it does not belong to his creator.
I was so happy to translate the subtitles into Russian, and I knew so much more about the rural tribe and their beautiful life. Thank you for the film.
அற்புதமான முயற்சி. அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி இப்போ பிளாக் பஸ்டர்ஸும் ஃபாஸ்ட் மூவிஸ் வரக்கூடிய இதில் இது சார்ட் ஆஃப் இல்லஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் டாக்குமெண்ட் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த ரியாலிட்டி. அந்த ஒரு நல்ல கேள்வி கேட்டார் அந்த ரஷ்யன் யாருக்காக இந்த படம் எடுக்கப்பட்டதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. உண்மையிலே அது நல்ல கேள்வி வெளிநாட்டுக்காக மட்டும் இல்லை, உள்நாட்டிலையும் நிறைய பேர் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அற்புதமான முயற்சி. பாராட்டுகள், வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
Спасибо большое. Фильм очень интересный, вызывающий размышления. И у меня, наверное, несколько вопросов. Первый из них, для кого он был снят? Для внутренней аудитории или внешней?
Thank you very much for this film. I think it's very deep and thought-provoking. And my first question would be, for whom was it made? For domestic audiences or for international viewing?
Especially for everyone who wants to know Irula's, I believe. You are very unaware of who they are. I know, I've been studying on them, as I said, for 2 decades. So basically, I want to give a basic introduction about Irula's, these ethnic tribes, and their indigenous knowledge system. Maybe I will make few more films, but it is just the beginning of, I want to give an introduction to who they are, how they are living. That's it. No, it's for everyone in the world to know who Irulas are.
Очевидный вопрос от человека, который не очень хорошо, к сожалению, знает историю и культуру Индии. Неужели до сих пор так сохраняются кастовые различия?
Obvious question from a person who doesn't know much about India, but are the caste differences are still so obvious and strong in India?
It is an important question. Yeah, they are at the bottom of the caste hegemony, I believe, and indirectly and directly, I want to express that through this film. Thanks for this question.
Еще не могу не спросить, я просто немножко знаю змей, там упомянут краид. Это одна из самых ядовитых змей мира. Неужели его действительно ловят вручную?
I know a little bit about the snakes, and the film mentions a kite, one of the most venomous snakes in the world.
Okay.
Do they really still catch them by hand?
Yeah. As you heard, as they have been under the pressure of oppression of caste system in India, and this is their indigenous system, catching the snakes. They had been catching snakes for long. They must be living on this earth for longer than anyone, I think. And in 100 years, this skill had been used for different purposes. And I don't know whether you would have known this person, Romulus Whittaker. He's a herpetologist from America. He traveled to India and saw these people. He has identified that Irulas had been the extraordinary, tribe in catching the snakes across the world. So he created this cooperative society for them to, sustain this skill, this indigenous knowledge system, so that it can provide them the economy and, living support, with this skill. They are not educated, they are not supported by anything. But this skill of catching snakes had been really helping them to survive on this earth. They are still doing it. They've been given license by the government, and women are extraordinary in that.
Спасибо большое. Если можно еще пару вопросов. Вот танец Сиваки, где в нее вселяется богиня, она сама в этот момент верит, что она как бы становится реинкарнацией, и окружающие тоже воспринимают ее как богиню?
So this dance of Sivaki, when the goddess sort of gets into her, in that moment, does she really believe that she's the reincarnation of the goddess, and do people around her believe the same?
That has been in the life and part of their culture, and they still worship this 7 goddesses. That's the nature. They don't have any physical or shape or image to their goddesses. Actually, the celebration you witnessed on the seashore, they believe that on one particular full moon day, the goddess from the sea comes to the shore. So if they are, if they ask anything, from the goddess, it offers the boon. They still believe, and on that particular day, across the world, wherever they are, they all gather there and celebrate that goddess. And these 7 virgin goddesses has been their part of culture. We have a long study, on that.
Спасибо большое. Последний вопрос, если можно. Вы закладывали в этот фильм какую-то деколониальную, антиколониальную оптику, дискурс?
The last question, is there any anti-colonial part to this film, or any anti-colonial meaning you are trying to give it? Anti-colonialism.
This skill of Irula's had been exploited by colonists in different periods in different ways. And during 1950s, German people had been exploiting this skill of Irula peoples catching snakes for for exporting and making their purses, bags, bells, and everything. It has been exported from India largely. So Irulas now say they had to kill millions of snakes for that, and they don't see those snakes now. They got extinct now. So it has been this skill has been exploited for different purposes during the history by different set of people actually. Now only they could use the skill for their own use and purpose.
У меня вопрос такой. Вот то, что очень сильное впечатление произвели массовые сцены. Вот сцена у моря, это вот как раз одно из празднеств ожидания богини, я правильно понимаю?
So the nice scenes were wrestling with lots of people, and this scene of celebration at the seashore, it's the scene where they actually expect the goddess, right?
Yes. The lead role, the male lead, he is the assistant director of the film. He himself acted in the film as the lead. And we were a very small crew, and that is the positive aspect of the film. That's why we were able to make this film. If it has been a big crew, it couldn't have been comfortable for us to shoot the film. I strongly believe on that.
How long did it take you to make the film?
Yeah, hardly 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But 15 days and different parts. It took some time, 6 months, because we had to get the permission from the government to shoot in the cooperative society snake catching. It is very strict there, so we have to get the permission. I think I belong to the film society, film movement, culture. And Srinivasan, my partner and producer, he was running a film society from his very young age. So I belong to that. I understand the culture of film society's way of film shooting and understanding. And all over the world, I think film societies have played a major role in making these kinds of films. And in Russia also it had been so.
Здесь интересно то, что звук был очень профессионально сделан, поэтому меня интересует вот прямо списочно, так сказать, один оператор или 2 оператора, звукооператор 1 или 2, так сказать, потому что это довольно сложно. Я вижу, здесь чистовой звук записан, и это качественно сделано все.
So it's a very high quality sound work in your film. So did you have 1 or 2 engineers? He's a professional cinematographer, this is what he's asking. So did you have 1 or 2 sound engineers on your film crew, and how did you do it? Because the sound is very clean and high quality in production.
That's nice of you to say that. The sound engineer is from A.R. Rahman Foundation. You know A.R. Rahman's industry. You know A.R. Rahman, Oscar-winning composer's sound engineer. He worked for us, Krishnan, and it's also about cinematographer. Only one cinematographer. We had to use another one day, shoot because the festival, an extra shoot was there, so we needed an extra cinematographer. Right, it is one.
Здравствуйте. У меня такой вопрос. А с чем связана вот такая плавная медитативная форма повествования? Почему именно вот в таком формате киноязыка вы решили рассказать вот эту историю?
The film is made in a very slow and thoughtful and almost meditative language. So why did you choose this form of cinema language to tell the story? Slow and meditative.
You know, it's not an action film. It is not a thriller film. It is not a ghost film. And in Tamil, they had made another film also on a commercial platform. If you belong to those kind of notions, maybe you should go to that way of film style or filmmaking. I've been traveling with this community people. I've been watching them. They are very quiet people. They won't be very noisy. They won't be disturbing the environment at all. They will be merging with the environment. They are themselves very meditative. It is when you are with them, you will completely embraced with the meditative energy. So actually, this style I picked up from their way of life, I believe. They don't disturb the environment. I think they help me to pick up the format.
Are they like nomadic people? Do they travel a lot?
No, they are not nomads. They are settled in the outskirts of the cities of northern Tamil Nadu. They are not given place inside the cities or inside where the common people live. They had been pushed to the fringes of the city, but they settle. They won't be seen they won't be seen by the normal people. They are not happy with these people, seeing these people or living along with these people. After the screening of Kodai Irul, Darkness of Summer, it is quite, contradictory to read Rain.
После фильма «Летняя тьма» слушайте про то, что
யாருமற்ற இரவுகளில் ஒரு மழையின் நடமாட்டமேனும் தேவைப்படுகிறது. கோடிக்கணக்கான கால்களால் வானுக்கும் பூமிக்கும் இடையே நடனமாடும் இசை நுணுக்கிய கால்களுக்கிடையே ஓய்ந்திடும் மழையின் ஒற்றை காலை பிடித்தேனும் எழுந்து நிற்கிறது என் பகல். Explain that my day rises up. How after a long rainy day, musical rainy day, and the rain is with millions of legs, and holding on to one of its legs, my day rises up. Spasiba. I sincerely thank to everyone for this, for being here, and I thank Ram, the director, and Satish Kamaji, and especially the Russian House, Chennai, because they have been the happiest for the screening here. They have been emotionally, morally very supportive for this thing, and especially I love the interaction after this screening. I sincerely appreciate this. Spasibo.